Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm back today with some updates on the EIDL targeted advanced grants, a lot of the decline letters that are going out, and of course the EIDL loan increases. I have some answers to some frequently asked questions right here on the channel and feedback from my inside sources at the SBA. So share this video with everybody that you know who is inside the EIDL program, whether they're in the grant program or the loan program, because there's a lot of great information contained inside. So let's get you all caught up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Edward Bilder. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have a lot of loyal subscribers that join me each and every day, so I just want to say hello to all of you. And if you guys are joining for the first time today, welcome and consider becoming a subscriber. I'm getting a lot of new members to the channel here, which is fantastic because I'll be announcing that $500 giveaway. And remember, to be eligible, you have to leave a comment in the videos and be a subscriber, because I'm going to pick a random comment to give $500 to. It's going to happen later today. The 20,000 milestone is here. All right, so I'll be picking that comment here today. All right, so fantastic news, and I'm excited for all of you. So best of luck. So make sure you get your comments in. I have some big updates concerning the denials that went out on the targeted advanced grants. These were those denials that went out on the 21st, 22nd, about a week ago or so, and some insider information from the SBA in terms of what's going on with the loan portals, the loan increases, and some tax issues that you may be facing, and of course some reevaluation of the targeted advanced grant denials that you may be facing as well. So a lot of great information is going to come at you here. So I want to start first with some viewer feedback, because there's a lot of mixed information out there, and this is around the blue button. Okay, now with the portal being down, there's not a ton of activity happening on the portal itself, so there's not going to be many email correspondence things happening this weekend. But there's a lot of mixed signals that are coming out of the SBA. So when you call the SBA and you ask them what's happening, some viewers are getting feedback that if they were declined under the old legislation in 2020, that they may never see this blue button to have their loan increase happen. That's not necessarily a problem. That's not necessarily going to prevent you from getting the loan increase this year, because the SBA is offering alternative methods to get this thing done by written request, whatever it takes to get a loan increase request placed with them. They're offering you some kind of alternative method. And I also don't fully 100% believe that you will never see the button, because they're giving you methods to reach out to the recons team to have them fix and repair the button as well. So I'm hoping that when we all come back and the portal comes back online on Monday, that everybody out there who tunes into this channel will tune in once again to say, the blue button is there for everybody. So that's really the move that we're hoping to get towards. So I hope that they get some of these issues fixed. I don't believe they're going to be able to fix all of them in just one weekend. It's just, there's too many issues to fix in just one weekend. So hopefully the blue button request button is the main focus here. So, because many of you are finding that it's so much easier to just go onto your portal and request that increase through the portal itself, instead of going this written manual backdoor kind of way. So hopefully Monday will bring some big updates. Now, all right, let's talk about that massive wave of denials that went out on the 21st and the 22nd. And I dug through hundreds of messages on my Instagram and on the channel here, asking questions to viewers as to whether or not, some qualifying questions to see what's actually going on with all those denials. There was approximately I'm hearing that it's like 500,000 denials that all went out in one shot, all in the same day. And it seemed like it happened from an automated source. Like the SBA can't just randomly have all of their operators line up and send out these declines. So it happened through an automated system. And the majority of all of those, through the viewer feedback that I'm hearing from all of you, is that you are not found on the map in a low-income community. And that's very unfortunate, because Congress forced the hand here in legislation to make it so that the SBA had to send the letter to all applicants for the original advanced grant. If you recall, there are some numerous reasons to this, but if you recall, you never actually put your address in the original application process. You just went out and requested it with the bank account information. So if you never took the loan, they never knew what your address was, so they can't just go and filter on certain individuals to send these out to. So it's due to a total lack of information on the original application as to why they had to send this whole thing out to everybody, whether you were in low income community or not. And I know that sucks, because if you're found that you're not in the low income community, you can't even go through a reevaluation process to get this thing overturned. And I know it's terrible that they did this, because it made everybody feel that they were supposed to qualify for this $10,000. However, low income community is a must. And if you're not in the low income community found on the map, then you can't apply for the reevaluation. You'll just get declined twice on this. Next, I want to touch on the fact that the decline letter did not show up, indicating the reason for why you were declined. This massive wave just happened inside the portal. Decline showed up, and everybody's scratching their head saying, like, it's been a week and I haven't received any letter telling me what the problem was to even go and apply for reevaluation. So I'm going to touch on that now. So let's talk about what happens if you did not receive your declined letter and the reason for having your declined letter. I mean, it is very important that you receive that letter, and it is mandated, it's written in the law that they must provide you some response telling you why you were declined for the targeted advance grant, all right? And it's important that if you want to go through reevaluation process, you need to be able to inform the agent on the other side what the reason for the decline was and give some feedback or new additional information to get this thing processed, instead of having to submit like a big bulk of like everything all over again to this reevaluation person and then have them just go through that review process again. So I'm hearing from inside information from the SBA that they took the letter offline. So that massive wave of denials that went out last week, none of them had the letters that were attached to it because they took the letter offline to include now the reevaluation process. And that's the process that I here on this channel fought for all of you with Facebook groups and messaging through our congressmen and women to make sure that we had some appeal process if there was an error created when we requested our targeted advance grant. So they took the letter down so that they could add in the process for reevaluation. That takes some time, right? Because they have to go and edit all the forms, and that massive wave that went out, they didn't want to have to send the letter twice. So they took it offline, and it should come back online this week to include new information around reevaluation process. So simply allow about a week for that letter to show up. It is important that you know your reason for your denial before you submit into reevaluation. If you want to see the steps for the reevaluation process, you can find it right now in the description. There's all the steps for reevaluation. And also, while you're up there in the description, check out my crash course on AirBNB. Get yourself into the game with $50 in your pocket, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 every month. And I have a whole section there on free stuff in the description where you can grab free crypto, free sign-on bonuses, free stocks. I actually use Webull a lot every day because every month, by recommending my friends on Facebook, I get about $2,000 worth of free stocks from Webull. They're a really good platform. And if I want to trade those stocks in, I can, or I can cash those stocks in and take my money elsewhere. So it's pretty awesome. You can check them out in the description. And my last update here is on the tax backlog. So if you have yourself stuck in the tax backlog for 2019 at the IRS, and you received a decline letter because your 4506T came back with just all zeros on it or came back all blank, the SBA has now disabled the decline letter that's going out automatically to tell you that your taxes were the reason for not being eligible for the loan. And so now loan officers have been instructed to provide alternative methods for verifying your business is a real business, okay? And this could come through a phone call, or this could come through an email. So be on the alert looking for a phone call. You're going to know yourself if your 4506T is stuck in backlog. I've provided an email, a video here that can walk you through steps to get your 4506T. So you can check out the video here. Just search Bilder 4506-T, and it'll bring you to a video to get your 4506T. Look at it yourself and see if it's got zeros or blank information. And you'll know right away that you should be anticipating a phone call or an email for some alternative method to verify your business. It could be through bank statements. They might want to have you send in bank statements that kind of shows your reduction in gross receipts. They may also ask for previous year's taxes or certificates from the state if you have some registered business with the state. So be on the lookout for phone calls and emails. It's very important that you answer the phone because they could simply deny you for like unresponsiveness, all right? And you don't want to have that happen. That comes in the form of unverifiable information because they tried to reach out to you and they couldn't get you. And then you have to go through a reevaluation process and it's just delays, all right? So get on the hook and get ready to answer a phone call. Now, I just want to revisit something that I posted here yesterday, and that was I forgot to tell you the steps to take if you were one of the individuals who divided your gross receipts by 12 and placed all those values in 2019 and 2020. All right, I told you I was going to give you a method to get this repaired. The method is that you have to go through reevaluation process, but you have to give them the accurate data. So you have to give them the accurate data from 2019 or 2020. If you use things like QuickBooks or some kind of accounting software, that'll be super easy, right? You could just take all of your incoming values, your incoming sales values, add those up per month, and just place those values inside that table. Just create a new table and create it so that you have January through December of 2019, and then January through December of 2020, and then the 2 months, January, February 2021, okay? And include all the accurate data. Now, if you don't have some accounting software like that, you're going to have to grab all of your bank statements. This is going to be a lot longer process from 2019 all the way to current, and go month by month and just add up everything that's an inbound value, that's a plus value inside your bank account that came from a customer sale of some sort. So take all those values, add them all up. I know this is a much longer process, and get them into the same format. Send that information through the reevaluation process and tell them that you misinterpreted what they were asking you to do, that you just felt that you were supposed to take your value and divide it by 12 and place it in all those buckets, and that you have verified the information, and here is the new information that proves you have a 30% reduction in gross receipts. And that should get you the answer to reevaluation. Okay, if you guys need further assistance outside my free content found right here on YouTube, you can find me pinned in the top comment for a one-on-one consultation. Just click the link and you can set up a phone call with me. I thank you guys all again, and that's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.